when I came in the league as an assistant, and we all tend to exaggerate as time goes on. I understand that. But there would be at least 3 or 4 plays. I was going to say 6 to 8, but I'll cut it back knowing my propensity to exaggerate the olden days. But 3 to 4 plays a night at the rim where these great athletes are going to the rim and the shot blocker is coming because not everybody was playing with 6'7" centers at the time. And we're going to get a play at the rim. And I just remember, I'm coming from 14 years as a college coach into the NBA and sitting there every night, like 3 or 4 times a night going, holy crap, are these guys unbelievable? And just thinking that in my head. And now you get a 2-on-1, 3-on-2 fast break and nobody attacks the basket. It's going to be throwing it to a 3. Like there's not as much going to the rim. There's a few guys. I mean, you're going to get Giannis and there's a few guys, but everything else is we're just going to throw it out and shoot the ball. And it's, to me, I don't think it's as good as it could be. I think the players are better than ever, more skilled than ever, more athletic than ever. And yet I don't think our game is reflecting that.
This is why we all need to root as neutral people. For the Nuggets to stay good, for this weird Philly experiment of Simmons and Embiid. I want it to work just because I want something that looks so different. They run no pick and roll. They have the most unstoppable post-up player in the whole league. I want that to work. And Towns in Minnesota he can do everything offensively, but he's unguardable in the post. Those guys are like the hope for some stylistic diversity going forward. Like people are starting to realize like Denver's been fun to watch for a long time now. They're really fun. The way the Jokic plays and all the motion around him, it's different. The ball starts at the elbow and it moves to the side and then comes back to the elbow, moves over here, then it's under the rim. It's just fun to watch.
Well, it is. And look, here's the one thing. I think even with our analytics, one of the things we have to sort of do is not assuming that regular season analytics hold up in the playoffs, because we are seeing in the playoffs the return of the mid-range game. If we go from the restricted area out to the arc and we look at the most efficient offensive teams in the playoffs, they're the teams that are taking more mid-range shots than other people by and large. Not Milwaukee of the best teams, but everybody else. Golden State, ton of mid-range shots. Denver, ton of mid-range shots. Philly, a lot of mid-range shots. And those are the most efficient offensive teams in the league. So what we're seeing in the playoffs is what works is get to the free throw line and make your mid-range shots. Now, it's not because those shots are necessarily more preferable, but defenses have time to prepare. And they're doing a better job of taking away the high percentage shots, and they're leaving you with that. And then we look at Kevin Durant, the leading scorer in the playoffs right now. He's not getting many layups. He is shooting quite a few threes, but not anywhere near like a Damian Lillard. Sure. He's living in the mid-range and the off-the-post type of stuff, and he's the leading scorer in the league. Now, there's not too many guys going to be as efficient on those shots as Kevin Durant, but we're seeing it on a little bit lesser level with Kawhi Leonard. A lot of mid-range pull-ups. The only team that's having offensive success so far in the playoffs that is where the analytics would put us in terms of shot selection is Milwaukee. But everybody else, it's sort of different right now. It's free throws and mid-range jumpers are working. Mid-range jumpers, runners, post-ups, floaters, that stuff's working right now. So there's a sense of hope too, is maybe what you need to do in the most important part of the year is to play a little differently than what everybody's telling you during the year. And part of it is too, let's face it, we've both seen the playoffs for a long time. Closeouts are harder. There's more pressure and more contests on shooters. And so those threes are not the threes you're getting all the time in a regular season, at least not every night. What we have known for a long time still will hold true. The guys that can score at every level are the guys that are really, really good because they can adjust to what the defense is giving them. So Durant obviously can get to the rim. He doesn't do it a lot, but can get to the rim if he has to. He can make all the mid-range stuff and post-up stuff, and he can shoot the three. Kawhi, the same thing. Those are the guys that are going to have great, great success at the biggest times of the year.